In this drill, we're going to be adding a new interval to the intervals that we've already been practicing hearing. We're going to be working with the interval of the fifth in addition to repeated notes, seconds, thirds, and fourths. The fifth is our new interval. We've been working with major five-finger patterns so far. We're going to do more work with those. We're going to practice in some different major five-finger patterns, and we're also going to be working with some minor five-finger patterns. We generally number each note of the position 1 through 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, regardless of whether it's a major or minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The lowest note of any five-finger position is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in minor, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please be aware that I'm using numbers to designate the scale degrees, not the fingerings of my hand, because obviously I'm playing my fifth finger here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but I'm singing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might get a little confusing, but right now I'm referring only to scale degrees and not to finger numbers. Let's try the D position. So D major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and D minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if I want to use the do, re, mi, fa, so syllables, I can do that. Do, re, mi, fa, so. But when we use these syllables and we play minor, we actually change the syllable from mi to may, and we sing do, re, mi, fa, so. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Versus do, re, mi, fa, so. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Do, re, mi, fa, so. In A. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Or do, re, mi, fa, so. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Let's talk about the interval of the fifth. I'm going to have my hand in C major five-finger position, and I'm going to play the lowest note and the highest note. That is a fifth. If I put my hand in a G five-finger position and play the lowest and the highest note, that is also a fifth. 1, 5, or do, re, mi, fa, so, do, so. Same thing with my left hand. If I'm in any five-finger pattern, this is D, do, so, do, re, mi, fa, so, do, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. There are a whole bunch of songs that you might know that start with the interval of the fifth. I'm going to play a few of them for you. Perhaps the most famous one is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. The first two notes are a fifth. Twinkle, 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 twinkle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Twinkle, twinkle. Another song that you might know is a folk song called Scarborough Fair. It's in a minor key. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Are you going to Scarborough Fair? 1, 1, 5, 5, 2, 3, 2, 1. But the first two notes are a fifth. Here's an example of a tune you may know where the fifth goes down. It's the Flintstones theme. Flintstones, 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 Flintstones. So 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1. Sometimes knowing these songs can kind of help you identify fifth when you hear it. Now I'm going to look at one of the examples. I'm going to start with one of the minor examples. We've spent a lot of time in previous lessons on the major example, so I'm going to start with a minor example. I'm going to choose the G minor example, and I'm going to start it up. And all these examples, as with the other ones, you're going to hear each example 2 times, and remember, each example on the track gets a little harder than the one before it. So the process that I like to use is I listen and then I sing. So let's just listen and sing. Okay, I'm just going to work with one excerpt at a time. So that one went la, 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 la. So I'm going to try these hand signals. That helps me to find the pitches in my voice. La, 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 went back down. La, 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 it's very wide. La, 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 la. I know the last 3 notes are the same. I can feel that. La, 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 la. I'm going to guess that that real wide one is a 5th. La, 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 la. Feel that. So now I'm going to try putting numbers with that. La is going to be 1, 1, 2, 1, probably a 5, 1, 1, 1. So let me try that. See if that seems right. 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1. Let me try that with the audio file and see if that works. I'm going to sing first. 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1. Now I'm going to play it. 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so I did that one correctly. I had to sing it and practice it. And now the next thing I'm going to do is listen to the next example and work with just that one example until I could do it. All right, let's do the next example. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Okay, I'm going to stop that one and I'm going to practice singing that until it's easy. La, 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 la. I'm going to try to hand signal it. La, 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 la. Went back down to my starting note. La, 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 up and then down. Then way up. La, 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 la. Probably a 5th since that's the interval we're learning. La, 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 la. Let me try putting numbers with that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, 5. Let me check that out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, 5. If that seems right, then I'm going to try winding my audio file back to that point. 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, Okay, then I would work on the next example, and I would do all 4 of the examples one at a time until I could do them all easily, and then I might try doing the whole track in sequence. Remember, singing is the key to this.